Hey guys, and welcome back to the Vegas Top Dogs YouTube channel update. Another week of college football, and we have the red hot Sniper Wes joining us this week. He's right there. We'll get to his two selections here in college football 1 minute, but he's on an unbelievable run. How about 90 and 62 over the past 30 days? $100 players up over $8,000. He's hitting over 60% the last month. So make sure you check out Sniper Wes. Wes, welcome to the show again this week.
I appreciate it. And, thank you for giving me those numbers because I did not even know that. I mean, I know I've been running a little bit hot, but I didn't know it was actually that hot. So I'm glad you let off the show with those numbers. I guess
baseball,
pat
baseball,
myself in the back
8.
here.
Yeah, baseball, you're on a 17-8 run. College football, 35 and 26. So you've been, hitting it across the board. Great job.
I'll take it.
Definitely. We got another exciting week of college football, some big games on tap. Make sure you like, subscribe, thumbs up. Also, check out those premium plays, VegasTopDogs.com. Wes is red hot. I'm red hot with my top plays as well. My top 10 stars on a 13-4 run across college and NFL, plus the baseball playoffs. So check out my big plays, VegasTopDogs.com. My first selection goes in Friday night action. This game kicks off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We have Florida State at Duke. Total in this game is 42.5. I think both of these teams are playing very good defense. The offense is a little bit sketchy, but the defense has been there. Both teams, like to run the ball. Florida State coming off their bye week. I think everything in this game points to the under. It's going to be a little chilly at night here, Friday night. So we're going to go under 42.5. Two solid defenses. Florida State off their bye week. Two solid coaches. And it's a big, rivalry type of game. I think this one stays under the total. It's set low for a reason. Take under 42.5 between Florida State and Duke Friday night. Wes, you have a couple plays for us?
I sure do. Yeah. So I am going to roll. Both these games are on Saturday. This New Mexico-Utah State game, I believe, is 7 p.m. Eastern. And I like the New Mexico Lobos here. So they're laying 2. If you want to money line it, you can. You could probably get it maybe 130, minus 140, something like that. For purposes of the video, I will do -2. But New Mexico is 2-4 on the road. They are obviously laying these points to Utah State. So Utah State, they're 1-5. They're terrible. Remember, they lost by 16 to Temple earlier this year, and Temple is just not a very good team. So that was not a good, look for them. But New Mexico, they're in off 2 big wins over New Mexico State and the Air Force. New Mexico has the number 26 offense in the country as it relates to yards per game. And Utah State, they are number 131 in the nation, giving up almost 500 yards a game. They give up a lot of yards per game. I will say Utah State can move the ball, but the one thing, they've only moved the ball versus suspect defenses. Remember, they got bageled versus USC. They put up a donut. They didn't even score. And I like the Lobos here. They're moving the ball, and you don't think of New Mexico being a high-octane offense, but this year they're moving the ball really well. Remember, too, Utah State, they've beaten New Mexico 7 times in a row. So big revenge for the Lobos. I think they get after it, and I think they beat the Aggies here pretty good. And I would take this probably over a field goal, but for purposes of the video, I'm going to lay the 2 with the New Mexico Lobos.
Sounds good. That should be a great game. So hopefully all of our followers can get down on it. What's your second play for this week?
So I'm going to roll here. I'm going to go. This one is actually Saturday. It's one of the first games on the board at noon Eastern. I'm going to lay the 5. Well, it's 4.5 at some books. Maybe -5 at a lot of books too. Hopefully you can get the 4.5 if you can. Shop your lines. But I'm going to lay the 4.5 or the 5 with Miami over Louisville here. Okay, so I think they're going to beat them by a touchdown no matter what you lay. So Miami held a players only meeting, right? Because they had that game against Cal and it just wasn't a good look. They barely got a win. And then coming off a bye, which is a big reason why I like them this week. But it's kind of funny because, players only meetings, you usually only have those after losses or after the coach is on the hot seat or something like that. But that's just not the case here. Mario Cristobal, he's done well this year. He's not under any pressure. The players have not lost. They're 6-0. Miami's 6-0. So, for them to hold a players only meeting and, after in the middle of a bye week, I think that they're really focused here and they're going to come out with some intent. And, Virginia Tech, well, obviously Miami, they struggle versus Virginia Tech too. And obviously the Cal game on the road. But I just think the bye is kind of what the doctor ordered for these guys. Cam Ward and company, they've scored at least 38 in every single game this year. And in regards to Louisville, I mean, they have some problems. If you remember that SMU game, they got manhandled by SMU. And they barely beat the aforementioned Virginia Tech also.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost to Notre Dame. You can't really fault them for that. But I just think the Hurricanes have some purpose here after, a couple hard fought games. And I think the Hurricanes are going to roll. I'm going to lay the 5 for purposes of the video, but I do think they win this by at least a touchdown.
All right. Hey, great stuff. Great analysis with that selection. That's an early kickoff on Saturday. And speaking of an early kickoff, I have a selection on early. Let me find it here. For Saturday, goes at 12 noon Eastern time. We have UCLA at Rutgers. And boy, Rutgers really laid an egg last week. They lost to Wisconsin 42-7. It was just an embarrassing loss. Coach Schiano, wasn't too happy with it. He said they've really focused this week at practice on the offense and defense. And it wasn't like they had 4 or 5 turnovers last week against Wisconsin. They just got, killed on both sides of the ball. So they've been practicing tough this week. I think they come out strong at home. I think their running game will be the difference here. I don't think UCLA defense will be able to stop Rutgers. It's at Rutgers. It's a big game for them. They dropped 2 in a row. I think they'll bounce back here at home. One stat I found here, let me find it. It says home teams, East Coast home teams playing West Coast teams at 12 noon Eastern kickoffs, 28-14, their last 42 against the spread. So we got that stat in our favor, but I just like Rutgers coming off 2 losses, coming off an embarrassing loss to Wisconsin. Look for them to bounce back in this early kickoff on Saturday. Take Rutgers minus the 4.5 points.
Yeah, it's that classic Big Ten matchup, UCLA and Rutgers. You throw out the record books when these two teams meet up.
I don't know how many times they met. I should have looked that up. It probably hasn't been many.
Yeah.
All right. Any big plays going this week for you?
Yeah, I have a really big college football slate on Saturday, a really big NFL slate on Sunday. Like we were talking off camera right before we started this video. October is just very busy for me because I do a lot of sports. I do UFC, college football, NFL, Major League Baseball, WNBA, CFL, National Hockey League too. So I'm actually on a pretty hot start to the hockey year too. I believe I'm something like 5-2 already on the year. So I would recommend checking out Sniper Wes over at VegasTopDogs, the #1 sports consultant in the industry. And pleasure doing the video here with you, Tony. Always love being on with you, and look forward to doing it again maybe next week or in the future soon.
Yeah, stay hot with those premium plays, guys. Make sure you check him out, VegasTopDogs.com. He's red hot. Good luck to your Dodgers this week too, as well.
We'll see what happens tonight.
All right, thanks for joining us, and guys, Vegas Top Dogs. Like, subscribe, thumbs up to the videos. We'll talk to you again soon with another sports video.